Digital marketing training and support specialist. Thanks for joining me for today's live broadcast. Let me go ahead and pull up our Facebook page and see if I can pop out the chat so I can keep up with y'all. Let me see. Oh, that looks like me. Good. And we pop it out. Okay, there we go. I've got the chat up. So, you guys, if you want to chat with me, please feel free to do so. I am watching the chat in the Information Products Digital Marketing Group by Builderall Keck-Lynn. That's the only one I'm looking at. I'm streaming to several places. So, if you're chatting at a different source, just know I probably won't get back to you until after this video. So anyway, again, welcome. I am Keck with Builderall, and today we're going to talk about something new in Builderall. We're going to talk about this new floating / transparent pop-up. I'm not exactly sure what we're calling it, but it's cool. It's like a floating transparent pop-up. It really stands out above the average pop-up, so it's super cool. Nice feature that sets Builderall apart, of course. Good morning, John and Kurt and Mark. Oh, I'll tell you, as soon as I say your name, Mark, the rooster just shows up. There he goes. he's our cue to rise and grind, grab your cup of joe or whatever it is that's going to make you go, and let's get a little Builderall training in. All right, Tom, glad you're with us. Welcome, Kev. Hello. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and oh, just got that update notice pop up on my machine. Hopefully it doesn't just do it right now, right? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and show you about this new cool floating or transparent pop-up, whatever we're going to call it. So let me go to screen share and yes, and a couple more clicks here. All right, there we go. All right, so let's just go ahead and start. We're going to start in our Cheetah website builder. And let me drop a couple things here. So actually, let me roll it over here with the sound off so I can keep up. Okay, so let me go to a website in question. Oh boy, now I have to remember which website I did this on. All right, let me go back. It was... It was this one. I'm pretty sure. All right, so we're on a website, any old website, right? And then what we're going to do is we are going to, let me make this bigger. I don't know why I'm on small screen there. All right, so we're going to make a pop-up, okay? And I'll show you first what it looks like, okay? Actually, let me show you a regular pop-up first. So you guys know what regular pop-ups are like. So here's one of my sites. I have an exit pop-up. So here it comes. It's just a box, the pop-up here, okay? So it's just a box. That's usually how they all are. Mine's a little more fancy. A lot of times they're just kind of a white background box. But so this is kind of a regular one, just kind of plain. Here is the panel. The edge of the panel is the edge of our pop-up panel, okay? Because when we're building a pop-up, it's really a panel. So the edge is just a hard edge here. So that's it. So what I want to show you now, I'll show you first, and then we'll go back and build it. So if we go to the website here, okay, here is, say, an opt-in page, right? Register now to access your download. And they're not going to register. They're just going to leave their cursor. I set this as an exit pop-up, so you'll see here, good morning, Ray. So I move my cursor off as an exit, and there's the new pop-up. Now you'll notice what looks cool here is instead of like this box, because really this panel is like the outline of it is like here, okay, if you follow my cursor, but it's not showing all that. It's actually showing this kind of pop out transparent or floating motion here. We got some things hanging off. Of course, you want to use transparent pictures when you build your pop-up with this. So this pop-up comes up and it says, wait, don't leave. You didn't get your free stuff yet. So 100% free, a little arrow. Yeah, yes, I want it. Click here. So that's what we're going to build. Little X here to get you out. So quite a different look, really. So it's really cool, something that nobody else, well, as far as I know, has. I haven't seen it anywhere else but Builderall. So here's how it works. First off, we're going to go to pop-ups on the left here. So we go to pop-ups, and you would just press Create New. Okay, I'll press Edit because I've already made this, so I'll show you how it works. So I'll press the edit here. And here is the whole pop-up. So this is the hard border I was telling you about that usually you would get with your pop-up. It'd be this whole border that would show up. And actually, let me go back here and bear with me just a second. Let me leave here and let me go to, okay, here, go off of here. I just wanted to put, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm sorry. All right, let me go back in here. I got happy clicking. I went happy clicking and messed it all up. It's all right. Happy clicking's better than sad clicking. Trust me. All right. Delivery, there it was right there. And go to the web page. I just wanted to pull this up so we could look at the pop-up here. So, okay, you see the pop-up. It doesn't have this big, all right, let me go to the other one now so it makes sense. Go over to the pop-up, edit pop-up. Okay, so what I was getting at is here is the actual border for the pop-up right here. Okay, this big line around here. So if we look at our actual pop-up, we don't see that line at all. Okay, that line is gone. It's just faded in the background. And our content here in the middle is what's popping out, okay, bringing more attention to it. So that's kind of the big difference with this thing. Okay, so how do we make this happen? First off, when you want to do this, you want to use like this arrow is an image, this is an image, this is just a button. So when you do this, you want to use PNG images because, of course, if this had a big square image on there, it wouldn't look right. Same with this. So PNG is the kind of image you use that has a transparent background. And this one's cool. It actually has a little shadow on it and stuff. So all I did here is first off, I created a box. Okay. So let's see here. Let me see if I can just add, let me add a panel here. This isn't really how it works with pop-ups, but let me see if I can do this. Let me add a panel, a blank panel. Okay, yeah, so I'll just add this under here and I'll just kind of rebuild it so you guys can see how it works. So, okay, here we go. So I'll get rid of this little text box thing. I don't need that. Yes. And then I want to bring in a, scroll down just a little here. Let me make this size a little bigger, a little bigger, a little bigger. Of course, if you get sick of doing that, you can just press the little pencil here and go to size and make it bigger this way, of course. All right, so let me do that. And now we're going to add in here a box. Okay, so we're going to add elements, box. Let's just pick this one. We'll bring it over, make it a little larger, not too big. Okay, and then we're going to bring some text in. Actually, I want to make this background color first, okay, because I do want this white background to stand out for the text. So I'll go ahead and press edit, background settings, solid color, and we'll take it to white, which is just the FFFs. There we go. So that's good. And next we want to put a little text in there, right? Wait, don't leave. You didn't get your free stuff yet. So real simple. We go to add element text and we'll make it a 3 here. And we will say, what was it we said? Actually, I'm just going to do a little copy and pasting here because that's how I roll. So I'm going to copy and paste that, copy, and just bring it down here. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Right there. Okay. Double click to edit, Control V to paste, and then I'll just get rid of this title here. Okay, so there we go. We've got our box. We've got our don't leave yet. You didn't get your free stuff. You don't leave yet. Don't wait. Don't leave. You didn't get your free stuff. So let me go ahead and just do a little thing here. And let me make this all just a little smaller just to make it match with what we've got going on right above it. Looks like maybe a 24. No, it's maybe a 26. No, let me go back and let me just leave it how it was. Okay, so here we go. Wait, don't leave. You didn't get your free stuff yet. And notice with any element, when we're working in a box here, when we move it around, you see how the box kind of outlines with a yellow or a blue? That means that this element, this text in this example, is contained within the box, and it will therefore move with the box. Okay. So next we want to go pick up these pictures. So we're going to add one picture, two picture, and a button. So let's go over here to add, and we'll go to elements, and we'll go to images, add image. And let's see. Nope, I must have done the wrong one. That was iframe. Where's image? There it is, image. Okay, and I'm going to go with one of these, like the horizontal, and I'm just going to pull it over, and I'm going to pull another one over here. Okay, good. And then we'll just go to these pictures and we'll pick up the items we want. So we go to the pencil, we go to general settings, change image, go into my repository of files here, pick up my picture we want to put on there. There we go. And then I'll do the other one and then we'll adjust them. And then here, same thing. I'm going to go find that arrow. You know what, that arrow I found in icons. Okay, so this baby is way down here. Let's see, where did I find that? Way down here, way down here. If you're wondering how many icons we have, it's a lot. All right, let me keep scrolling here. Oh, that's kind of a cool. Oh, there it is. That might be it right there. Let's do that one. And okay, so that's a little different, but that's okay. So we'll come down here. You guys will have to excuse my dogs. Their security system's going off here. We got somebody at the door or something. Okay, now I'm noticing something else here. I need to change this image, okay? Not the image, rather the background of the whole pop-up panel. So I'm going to go within this pop-up, and I'm going to press on it and then go to background settings. And what I'm going to do is just press on the color here, and I'm going to take this all the way down to transparent. And the way you do that is you grab down here, this thing, and you pull it, okay? So I'm going to take it all the way over. So this background, that's how we're going to make the background transparent and make these hard lines disappear. Okay, so I've got all that all the way transparent. Good. Now I'll go back to my panel and let's shorten it up a little bit. We know we got everything in here. And, you know, when you click on your image, if you press on this little circle thing here, you can change it around. So we're going to change it a little bit, move it up here. We'll change it just a little more. And what we're going to do is we're going to move this element in until we get that light blue highlight around that box. And there it is. There's the highlight. So now this element is attached. The text is kind of in the way, so I'm just going to move it over a little bit. Right there. Okay. And then this I will bring down here. And again, I want it in the box. It's in the box, but it's not really big enough. So let me make it a little bigger. Okay. And let's see now when I can get it in the box. Too big. All right. Let me shorten it just a little bit. That looks good. Okay. All right, let me make it a little smaller. Having trouble getting it in the box here. Now it's in the box. See if I can make it just a little bigger. Okay. All right, let me move the text around a little bit just to make it work. Okay. All right, so this isn't quite working. So all I'm going to do is make the box just a little bigger. I got everything just a little crowded here. Just make the box a little bigger because I really want this in here. I want it a little larger. Really show you the cool effect. Okay, so that's larger. And now see there, it's all highlighted, so that's good. It's in there. I'm gonna bring it down as far as I can, and I'm just gonna adjust my text a little bit. And okay, maybe down just a little bit here, up, get that scissor off the free. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. So I'm gonna press save because I haven't saved in a while, and save is my friend. Would you believe Shelley introduced us? That's right. That's how it works. All right. So the next thing we have to do, we've made the background for the actual pop-up transparent. We have our text in here. We have our little graphics. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is we want to go to the outline, the background of the whole thing. Okay. And let me go back to Setting, no, to settings. Yes. Okay, I have to click on the panel. So click on the panel. There we go. Panel is activated. You see here, I'm going to click on the pencil to get these. And here is where the magic happens. It's called overlay settings. This didn't used to be here. So overlay settings, it will by default be not enabled, such as you see here. So I'm going to move it over to enable just by clicking it. And then I'm going to pick, you can pick either a solid color or a gradient color. Now, I'm going to go with the solid color, and you just click on the little color here to change the color. And I did kind of a gray, I did kind of a dark gray, like right there is what I did. And then I brought the opacity down to about here. See, I might want the, no, that looks good, to right about here, okay? And that's going to give you that effect on the whole screen, okay? So, and you could, if you don't want to do solid, you can do a gradient color. And also, FYI, down here's a little preview of how it looks, okay? So if I say I'm going to do the color over here, here's your preview, which is also cool because if you're doing gradient color, let's see, gradient color, and we pick that color, and then the other color for the gradient we'll say is red, okay? And then down here in your preview, you can see, because the gradient goes, from side to side as far as one color to the next. So this gives you a preview of how it looks one color to the next. So again, if I want to change my opacity here, which we do, see here, we're getting this effect. It's a light gray over to a red. Okay, so I am just going to go with the solid color, really is what I want. So I'm going to go with that solid color. Right about there looks good. And I've got my opacity again down to about half, maybe 40%. All right, and we'll say save. Okay, that's fine. And then, of course, after this is all done, it's saved. Then we have to go back to the home page. Because remember, whenever we do anything on the left-hand side here, where we see our global elements, such as the pop-ups, we have to republish in order for those to take effect, for those changes to take effect. So we will republish. And before we do, though, I'm not actually going to republish. I'm going to go back to pop-ups, and I'm going to go back to edit. Okay. And I'm going to get rid of this one now because I can't have two pop-ups on one pop-up. So I just wanted to show you how to rebuild it. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to trash it, delete. Yes, all that work we did gone, but it doesn't matter because I have this other one here, and I'll just press save. That's fine. And then back to the little home icon. I'm a serial saver. I'm going to do it again. And then we go to republish. Okay, so after all that is done, we will check it out again one more time live here. Go to the web page, and there it goes with the exit pop-up. Actually, I'm going to do it in incognito just because that's how I like to test everything, so that way we don't have to worry about cookies or cache. Paste. Okay, so here we go. We're on our page. Register now, get your free stuff. They're like, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave. What? Okay, wait a minute. Don't leave. You didn't get your free stuff yet. So here's how it looks. Again, really cool. You see where this X is. Usually that's where we would have the whole border of that panel, the pop-up panel. So, and you can get creative with the gradient colors. Like on the background of this page, we just have kind of white, gray, and green. You could do kind of a gradient like from, from that gray to green, side to side. I'm not much of a designer, so I don't get into that fancy stuff too much. But there's a lot of possibilities there for the more artistically, creatively inclined people. So there it is. I really like it. Popping off the page, the pop out that stands out. And yeah, there we have it. So let me drop this incognito. And yeah, very cool feature. Fun stuff. And let's see, I think I covered everything you need to know with that. Yes. So you just have to remember you want to, first off, when we're in our pop-up, let me just go back here just for a little summary. You want to make sure that first off, you make the background of the pop-up here, background settings. You want to make that all the way transparent. Okay, make your background settings for the box here for your where your pop-up is contained. Make that all the way transparent. Okay, and then it's that overlay settings. Make sure it's enabled. Pick your color, solid or gradient, right? And if you're looking for the little opacity tool, you got to click on the color next to the drop, and there it is. And here's how you choose your opacity. So let's make it a little darker. You can see the preview below getting a little darker. Let's make it just a little darker. Save just by means of a little review here. Okay. And let's see, did I just save? Same as serial saver. I don't even know when I save anymore. And then we'll go back out and republish. And we'll just check this out one last time. Okay, good. And let's go to the website and we're leaving. It's an exit pop-up. Okay, that's still the old version, I can tell. That's still the old. All right, let me just copy this and go to incognito. That's why I like to go to incognito. Copy, new incognito window and paste. All right, I guess that's a little darker. Maybe I just didn't change it that much. We'll go one more time. I mean, granted, I am expecting this to be immediate. It does take a second, to populate all the servers around the world to have my changes take effect. But it's pretty snappy. Okay, so there we go. And one more thing I want to show you with the pop-up. You probably already know this, but how do I enable the pop-up on that page? This is the page I have it on right here. So in order to do that, you have to go to the three little buttons here. Press Settings, go to Settings, and then you'll find it here as we scroll down. You'll find a whole section that says Pop-up Settings. So pop-up settings, first off, I am going to select the pop-up. On this particular website, I only have one, which is named Test. So I select that one. Do I want it on the mobile? You choose if you want it on the mobile or not. And then type of pop-up. Here we go. We can have it be an exit pop-up like I have it now. So when your cursor starts to go out of the screen, starts to exit the screen, that pop-up will show up. You can have it time-based, and then you can set, the time you want on it here, the minutes and the seconds. And you can have scroll-based when they get so far down the page. So I'm using it as an exit pop-up, so that's how you set it there. And then, of course, you just want to press Save under your pop-up settings. And that's all there is to it. Same way you would select your header or your footer. And of course, when you do anything over there, you want to hit that republish button. All right, so let me stop the share now and bring myself back up here. So let me just check the chat here. Great stuff. Excellent, Mark. I'm glad that helps out. So the new floating / transparent. That's one of the things I get a kick out with Builderall. We come up with a new tool or feature, and then it goes through this process I've noticed of what do we call it? So floating or transparent pop-up, that's what we're calling it now. So hope you guys enjoyed. Come back and be with me tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. That'll be Friday for our live Q&A Friday. Let's see, for our live Q&A Friday. And that's a time where we'll have a Zoom call, and I'll put the link to the Zoom call in the Facebook post so you guys can join us and we can just talk. We can answer questions, come with your questions, digital marketing questions, of course, for Builderall or any kind of digital marketing. Come with your questions, or we can just talk, get to know each other, whatever. So it's a fun time. Please be back with us tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys are quite welcome, Kev and Ray. Let's see. Tom says, is there a reason to not have the pop-up on the mobile? Really just styling preference. You have to enable it on mobile, then, test it on your phone and see how it looks and make sure you like the way it looks. But there's no reason you can't use it on mobile unless, it just doesn't render right. So that's the only reason. Again, with Builderall, we have all these options. So it's nice to have options. Let's see, on mobile, there's no cursor. User just hits their home screen to exit. Maybe that's why no pop-up on mobile. No, you could do the pop-up on mobile. Yeah, you just got to play with it a little bit. Just play with it. Figure it out. Let's see, unrelated question. Kev, yeah, go ahead. Hit me with an unrelated question. I'll see if I can answer it while we're still loitering here. Finish this last swallow of cold coffee, which is much better than no coffee. Am I right? All right, waiting on Kev for his question here. I'll just loiter. I know there's a 20 or 40-second delay, so it's no problem. Let's see. Waiting. Still looking for that question. There you go. Just having some fun with my soundboard here. What else is fun? How about some applause? You guys are awesome. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to delete some fields in a capture form. I save it, but it doesn't change. Okay, let's see. Trying to delete some fields in a capture form. I save it. All right, I know probably what's going on for you. You probably are using an email marketing form. And the email marketing form, the fields that show up in the email marketing form are specific to the fields you have selected in that particular email list. All right, so let me share, and I'll just tell you what I'm talking about real quick here. So I'll go over here, share. Okay, good. Let's go back into Builderall to, let's see, where shall I show you? First, we'll go into Mailing Boss, and I'll select a list. Here, lists, and I'll select this, my real estate list. How's that? Florida real estate. So I'll click on overview and fields right here where you see fields. Okay, I'll click on that. And right now, this list has 2 fields. Okay, and that would correspond to the fields in your Mailing Boss capture form, your email marketing form. So if you're trying to change them, they're not going to change. You have to change them here. If you're trying to change them on the form, you got to change them here. So all you do is go here and you can say add text field, add date time field, add whatever kind of field you want here. So let's add a text field. Let me press here. And that now you see I have 3. Okay, so I can name it whatever I want. This one I have named email. This one is the new one. This one is first name. I could put last name, whatever fields. You could put phone number, right? So let me just get rid of this one because I don't need it. But that's how you do it. You adjust the fields for the email marketing forms you use in Cheetah on the editor. Then, like right now, you see here we have 2 fields. So let me go out of here now. I'll just dump Mailing Boss, go back to Cheetah, and let me go to that website where that form lives, my real estate course site, and let me see, where's my lead magnet here? Actually, I would need to go to my pop-up. Yeah, let me go to my pop-up because that's how I have that's how I have my form on there. So it is in my pop-up. So it's this one right here. So here's the form. So check this out. It is a Mailing Boss form. Okay. And what happens is right here, when you set the list, okay, when you set that list, it is on Florida real estate. Okay. If I did a different list, say I want to go to email testing. Actually, let me go to this one. This list, I think I have 3 fields and save. No, that must also have 2. So let me just find a different list. Maybe it's this one. I may only have 2 fields in most of my lists, but let me let me see here. Well, I don't think that's a great example because I think all of mine just have 2. Let me try one more. I don't know what's in this list. I don't even know what that list is. All right. Well, I'm going to change it back to the list I actually want, so it is correct. But all right, save. So that's how it works. If I clicked on something, a Mailing Boss list that had 3 fields set in the Mailing Boss list, it would show up with 3 fields right here. Now, if you wanted to use a different form, you could use the contact form over here, elements, and the contact form then you could manipulate the fields a little different there. But I think, see here, but I think what you're talking about is mailing boss. If not, just drop it in the group. If I didn't quite get it right, what you're looking for, drop that in the group, Kev, and I'll be happy to get you straightened out on that if that wasn't your problem. But I'm suspecting it was your problem. So hopefully it was. Let's see. We got one more question, unrelated, sort of. Yeah. Tom, I saw that too. Tom says one more unrelated, sort of. Got message on Facebook that as of April 15th, watch parties will be eliminated. How is BA addressing this? I have trouble getting into the e-learning sessions that are live. Well, the way I'm going to address it, I'm not quite up to speed with some of my Mag 5 teammates that have kind of made the switch over to the e-learning. I'm still doing everything mostly through Facebook. So what I'll do to get around that is I'll just go find the video I want to use and upload it and do it that way. I don't know if you shouldn't have problems getting into the e-learning. Maybe we can help you with that if you do. Okay, so you did the contact form. They all have 5 fields. I only want 2 fields. All right, let me see. I've still got some time here. Let me go ahead and share again and see if I can get you squared away on that. So yeah, let me share, and click. Lots of clicking to make this happen. Okay, good. So let me go to a contact form somewhere. All right. So let me go here and we'll just go to this lead magnet page. We'll add a contact form. I'll add a panel, blank. All right, scroll down a little bit and get rid of this. Yes. Okay, so here I'll pull in a contact form. So we'll say elements, add contact form. Okay, there we have our contact form. And let's see, set fields, action. Okay, so here's where you set your fields right here. Okay, so if you want to add a field, you add it here, right? And say we're going to add check a text box field. Okay, so we'll call it or no, let's do a phone number. Let's see, do we have a phone number here? No. All right, well, I'll do it again. I'll just say phone number. Phone number. Okay, and save. Oh, this field is required. Okay, so I'll just call this phone. Tag, save. Okay, so here it is. There's phone number. Okay, now if you want to edit that particular element, you just go to the pencil here and you can bring that up again to edit that. You can, with these little arrows here, make it appear higher in the list by clicking here. See, it moves up one, Now it's going to be all the way at the top. You can move them down the same way. And then, of course, if you want to get rid of that element, you just go ahead and press the little trash can right there. So good man, he says. Okay, well, hopefully that got you where you wanted to go as far as that. If it's going to be connected, this is a little more cumbersome to use. Just because there's a lot of moving parts and there's a lot of things you can do with the contact form. All right. See you, Mark. Thanks for joining us, buddy. And there's a lot of things you can do with the contact form as you connect it maybe to a membership site in your website. So there's a lot more to this form, but that's how you adjust it and move it around. Okie dokie. With that being said, now I think really we're really going to leave now, right? Okay. All right, my friends. Well, again, thanks for being with us. Join us tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us on the live Zoom call if you want. Love to chat with you, and I look forward to that. Until then, let's build it with Builderall. Ciao for now, friends. See you tomorrow.